Woman adopts poor dark-skinned girl. 27 years later, this is how the girl repaid her. Michaela de Prince was born on January 6, 1995, in Sierra Leone to a Muslim household. Her parents named her Mabinti Bangura. However, when she was born, the country was in the midst of a civil war. Sadly, she lost both of her parents shortly after. Her father was killed in the war, and her mother passed away from fever and hunger. She was orphaned at a very young age. After her parents passed away, she went to live with her uncle. But he didn't want to care for her and gave her up for adoption at an orphanage. There, the workers mistreated her and assigned her the number 27, which stood for the least loved child. The reason was her appearance. Michaela experienced vitiligo, a rare skin disorder in which some of her skin changed color. Because she looked different, the other kids mocked her, and the orphanage personnel neglected her and failed to care for her appropriately. They also claimed she was not attractive enough to be adopted. Michaela grew up in a tough orphanage with nowhere to run. Michaela made a friend at the orphanage, another girl named Mabinti, who was also treated badly. They became best friends, playing, eating, and going to school together despite being mocked. One day, while sitting outside, a strong wind blew a dance magazine into Mabinti's face. The magazine showed a ballerina in a pink tutu, standing on her toes. She looked so happy, and this inspired Mabinti. She decided she wanted to be like that dancer and become a ballerina. As Michaela grew older, she kept the magazine with the ballerina's picture hidden under her clothes. It became her dream. But before she could follow that dream, she faced more challenges. Her favorite teacher was killed, and the place she lived was attacked. She had to walk miles to a new refugee camp, where she stayed with her friend and other children. Even though Michaela saw many awful things, her tough times would soon end. In 1999, a woman named Elaine de Prince came to help her. Elaine lived in New Jersey, and had always wanted to adopt children from Africa. Since she was 10 years old, she dreamed of having a big family full of kids who needed love and care. Elaine and her husband Charles originally planned to adopt Mabinti number 26. However, something unexpected happened. One day, Elaine got a call from the adoption agency. They told her there were 2 Mabintis to choose from. She asked more questions and learned that Mabinti number 27 had been rejected by 12 families because of her skin condition, vitiligo. Elaine was heartbroken. She decided to adopt both girls. She didn't care about the spots on Mabinti number 27's body. Elaine then called her husband, who was on a business trip. She told him she would be adopting a second girl. He was surprised, but he agreed. Soon, it was time to bring the girls home. Elaine traveled to Sierra Leone to meet them. When she saw Mabinti number 27, she was shocked. She looked so weak and sad. Standing alone with her arms crossed, Elaine said. I think she felt like she would be rejected again. Elaine walked up to Michaela, held her hands, and said, I am your new mother. Michaela started crying because she couldn't believe someone wanted to adopt her. After signing the papers, Elaine took the 2 girls to the United States. But since they both had the same name, Elaine decided to rename them. Mia became Mia Mabinti de Prince, number 26, and Michaela became Michaela Mabinti de Prince, number 27. From the moment Michaela was adopted, her life started to improve. She sometimes still felt afraid of being rejected, but her new parents loved and cared for her. Michaela said, there was so much love. I never had to worry about anything, and my adoptive parents treated me so well. One evening, after dinner, Michaela showed her mom the magazine cover she'd kept all these years. She told Elaine she wanted to have ballet shoes like the ballerina in the picture. Elaine was happy to hear this and promised Michaela that one day, she would be dancing too. A few weeks later, Elaine signed Michaela and me up for ballet lessons. Michaela worked hard because being a ballerina had always been her dream. Over the years, Michaela got used to her new life. Elaine helped her a lot, even sewing costumes for her to match her skin color. Michaela improved at ballet, but she still worried about her appearance, especially her skin condition. She was determined to show everyone who doubted her that she could succeed. Michaela's first performance came, and she asked Elaine if she could see the spots on her body. Elaine smiled and said, "I can't see them. They look like pixie dust." Michaela felt better and knew she could be a ballerina. The performance went well. As Michaela grew older, she became more confident. At 17, she was the youngest ballerina to perform at the Theatre of Haarlem. A year later, she joined the Dutch National Ballet. By 22, she was one of their top ballerinas. Michaela became famous, appearing in music videos for Madonna and Beyoncé. She was amazed at her success and realized none of it would have been possible without Elaine. To thank her, Michaela treated Elaine to trips, gifts, and even bought her a car. Now Michaela works as an ambassador for War Child, an organization that helps children affected by war.